Hey guys, it is week 4 of the Fit and Lean in 2016 challenge, as well as 4 weeks into my comp prep. It's been a really busy week. It's Saturday now, so week 4 is almost over. Just now getting to do some recording for you guys, and it's been a good week. Saturday mornings I typically like to sleep in, so I'm proud of myself for getting up and getting a killer workout in. It's funny, I actually went to where I take personal training at with Sean, my trainer. They do a free class open to the public every Saturday morning. So I'm used to working out by myself or, in these training classes with Sean, it's usually 2 to 5 people max. So when I showed up today, there were 60 some people and we had over 10 stations set up, and it was actually really fun. It was really cool just to see that, it's a way for them to give back to the community, but also that there's just such a wide variety of people in there, every age group, level of ability. So it's cool that we could all kind of go through the same thing and push each other in that way. So anyways, doing a quick grocery shopping trip here. My husband's having his kids over to the house tomorrow for dinner, and he requested that I would cook spaghetti. And I don't really do a lot of grains. I try to avoid them in my diet for different health reasons. So even though I can have the carbs, I don't really want to do pasta. So I'm going to show you guys just some different ways to accommodate people in your household that are going to want more traditional, as well as still keep it healthy for yourself. So I'm going to get in here and let's see what I get. Okay, so for dinner tomorrow, I'm doing ground chicken, which is like super, super lean, versus the beef with all of the extra flavors and stuff and veggies. You're not going to miss the beef. Not the beef is bad, I do it on occasion, but going with the ground chicken today. Spaghetti squash. I know a lot of people are really scared of this, so I am going to be making wheat for them, wheat pasta, but I'm having this as an option for myself or anybody else that will be there that wants to eat healthier. Grab some other staples here. Haven't quite got my husband to using natural deodorant yet, but I did switch him over to a natural soap at least. Got some fish for meal prepping later. Veggies are one of the top things. Veggies and meats are the main things that I try to find organic. And if you Google Dirty Dozen, you can find which ones are the most important. Lettuce is definitely one of them, so I always try to buy organic with my lettuce. Any raw foods that I'm eating. I don't bother with avocado because the skin, if it was sprayed, it's more productive with that. I'll show you guys what I'm going to do with the zucchini later. Frozen veggies, it's harder to find an organic brand, so I doubt these are organic onions, but having it already pre-chopped is going to save me a lot of time tomorrow. So you give and take, right? This for meal prep later on. And I did give in. I got a couple of rolls for them, but I won't be tempted. Okay guys, so I'm getting the spaghetti dinner together, and the first thing that I did is I already roasted my spaghetti squash because it's been a while since I've done it, so I couldn't remember exactly how long it took, so I thought I'll just get that out of the way and then I'll just reheat it when it comes closer to the time, because one of the hardest things is when you're cooking is just keeping everything warm and kind of ending all at the right, the appropriate time. So what I did is I cut my spaghetti squash in half. They're very hard to do, so make sure you have a really sharp knife, and then you lay it face down on a pan, and like I said, it was in the oven 400 for 40 minutes, and they came out perfectly. What's really cool about these, so crazy, so when they're cooked well enough, what you do is you just take your fork, and it literally, the entire flesh all the way down to the skin just forks apart into this spaghetti texture, which is why it's called spaghetti squash. Okay, if it doesn't come apart this easily, you probably didn't cook it long enough. So put it back in until it gets super soft. I don't think you can really overcook it. As you can see with these skins, I can just poke it with a fork really easily. So that's how soft it should be. So those are about done. So basically what I'm gonna do is just keep forking at it until I get all of it out, and I'll just put it in a bowl. And because I'm putting sauce on it, I don't really do anything else to it. This is a great vegetable that you could put some olive oil and some other seasonings on it and just eat it like that. So I'm also getting the sauce made, and one of the ways I'm gonna make this healthier to match what I need in my diet is I'm gonna put lots of protein and veggies in it. So it's almost like a stew. And I like mine really chunky, but because I'm having some kids over that are probably not gonna wanna see huge chunks of peppers floating around in their spaghetti sauce, I'm just chopping everything really, really finely and gonna cook it down so it just kind of, all the veggies kind of mush into the sauce. So I have some garlic and my chicken cooking up in a nice big pan there. Meanwhile, I was chopping my peppers, and now it's just getting everything cooked down. I have it on medium heat, and once the meat's completely browned, I'll throw the peppers, the mushrooms, and the onions in. And I just kind of eyeball it, honestly. Like, I'm an intuitive cook, so I just kind of, whatever, it was about 2 pounds of ground chicken. And I mean, like I said, I used the frozen stuff, so it was probably about half a bag of the frozen peppers, half a bag of the frozen onions, and just a regular size container of mushrooms that I chopped up. So that's what's going in it so far. Okay, so this is all pulled out, and this was about 2 medium-sized spaghetti squash, so I made quite a good bit here, so I'll have plenty of leftovers. Sauce is all cooked and done, so it's just kind of simmering on the stove. I'll be boiling down the regular noodles for my family. And the last thing for this dish is to get the zucchini sticks ready. So this is a great kind of like healthy alternative to mozzarella sticks. It's obviously not gonna taste like cheese, it's gonna taste like zucchini, but I'm a big believer in, you know, leading a healthy lifestyle. If you can find healthier alternatives that still kind of give you that comfort. So this is still gonna have that crunchy breading on the outside. You're still gonna be able to dip it in your marinara. Obviously it's gonna be a lot healthier for you. So what I did is I just took several zucchini and sliced them up into, you know, stick formation, if you can see that. A little trick that I learned is if you sprinkle them with salt and let them sit for about 10 minutes, it actually pulls out a bit of the moisture, which will just keep them from getting too soggy and actually keeping a little bit of their crunch. So I did that, patted it down with a paper towel, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create an egg wash in this bowl here. So I'll just dunk them in there and then move them over to the breadcrumbs, and then put on this cookie sheet, which is lined with foil, obviously, and I sprayed down with some olive oil. So that's it. It's actually super easy, and then you just bake them, I think at 350 for about 20 minutes. I'll correct that if I'm wrong, but I think that should work out pretty well. And veggies are hard to keep warm, so I will, once they're cooked, I'll just keep my oven on warm, along with reheating the spaghetti squash just to keep everything hot. And yeah, let's see how it turns out.